The energy that's coming through from this collective is that you have been battling demons, and I'm hearing that you are winning. There really seems to be like this battle of light and darkness within your life right now, and this may even just be you picking up on the collective energies as well, because this is something that we're going through as a whole. But there's something about you having a light, battling the darkness, and the light is winning. The light is winning. Okay, so maybe you resonate with this if like lately you've been falling into perhaps spirals of depression, anxiety, just your mental health issues, struggling a little bit in that area, or just being re-triggered, re-traumatized by something. And there's something about you successfully, lovingly bringing you back to center, lovingly bringing you back to this heightened perspective, looking outside of just what is being presented, what you're feeling right now in this moment, and trying to see the bigger picture, trying to see where it is that you're being led. Okay, I really feel like this collective has done so much work around their shadows, bringing things to light, illuminating certain aspects of themselves. And there's something about you transitioning into an entirely new era of your life that is requiring you to shed old skins, that is requiring you to lay to rest old versions of being, old versions of self. And this can be a very uncomfortable and very painful process. I do feel like also you may be experiencing things where you are being tested in some way to attach yourself to your new identity that you are working towards, that you are actively trying to call in and manifest, or fall back into your old identity. Okay, responding to things in the way that you have in the past, reacting to things that you have in the way of the past. And again, I feel like you are successfully, even if you have your moments, okay, we're all human, we make mistakes. Even when you have your moments of perhaps embodying like a lower version of self or a past version of self, there's something about you calling it out much quicker, recognizing it, and then again, rerouting that energy, rerouting that direction. So I really feel like you have been calling upon all of your faith in the process, even when you can't see everything, even when you don't know what is happening or why things are happening the way that they are. You know, you still feel like you're exhausted by life, by the challenges. There's something about you maintaining faith and trying to look past the turbulence, trying to look past the waves of this life that is feeling a bit stormy and tumultuous. You still somehow see like the sunshine at the end of like at the horizon. Okay. And I feel like you're really moving towards that and recognizing as well that these waves that, again, right now may feel turbulent, they're actually like pushing you forward closer and closer to your destination. And so you're finding a way to work with this is what it feels like. But let's get some more information. I do feel like this month and next month are very significant for this collective. Okay, you're experiencing major change, and there's something coming through about, it's almost like you asked for a whole new life. You've asked for so much to change. You've asked for everything to be transformed in your reality. And now you're actually being faced with decisions, choices, situations that are causing you to double down on that and actually prove that you are ready to receive that. Or again, circumstances where it's like you can comfortably go back to how things have been, but you're choosing to go against it. And again, that may feel very uncomfortable and very unsafe at times, but things are moving forward. Yeah, we have the Sun, you have the Eight of Wands. Okay, this could even be a sign of communication incoming as well, but there's something about you fastly moving through this energy, this dense energy. It was just 333 as I looked up. That darkness that is trying to overcome your light is not winning, and you are actively moving yourself towards this total happiness and fulfillment and abundance. I was just talking about this with my friend the other day as well about, you know, we are in a time of spiritual warfare. Okay, just look around at what's happening in the world, how much we have access to at this time. And so you're probably experiencing this again in your own individual life as well, where it's like part of you feels like you're ascending, part of you feels like you're, you know, falling into deeper forms of abundance and happiness and peace, but then it's like every step you take, there's something that's like trying to drag you down, trying to pull you down. And so again, I feel like you are winning. You're leaning further into the light. You're trusting that the light is going to overpower this darkness, okay, in all ways. And by holding this vision for yourself, it does also impact positively the collective as a whole as well. So continue to do the work that you're doing, okay? Or if this is something you're not doing, then let this be a loving urge and nudge to go in that direction. But things are vastly quickly changing for you. I feel like you're diving into, again, this new reality, this new identity of being. Okay, Spirit, tell me more. Yeah. I feel like as you kind of get yourself out of some of these kind of slumps or, you know, dark energies, these times where your negative thoughts really start to take the forefront of your mind. There's something about you taking it and actually using it to power you forward, to power you out of this place. There's something about you like really rebuking that energy or demanding different, or saying like, this is not what I want to align myself to. These thoughts, this way of living, this way of being is no longer who I want to align with, and I'm choosing to do something differently. It's almost like feeling backed into a corner, and like it's forcing you to break through the wall, okay, is kind of like the imagery that I'm getting. Or like perhaps you feel like you're at rock bottom and you're recognizing, okay, well then there's nowhere to go but up. And so instead of trying to make myself go down further and further down this spiral, I'm going to choose to elevate. I'm going to choose to, again, awaken to higher forms of understanding over my path and where it is that I'm being led. And that's turning your wheels of fate in your favor, okay? More fortune, more luck, more abundance, again, is on the horizon. But this is after a time of, again, feeling a little bit shipwrecked, feeling a little bit abandoned, maybe even doubting at times that anything good is going to come in, that this is just going to have to be how it's going to be for the rest of your life, because this is what you're used to. You're used to the pain. You're used to the disappointment. You're used to, putting your hopes out there and not receiving it. But there's something about this energy where it's like, as you are in this place, still holding on to that faith, again, even if it's just the faith as small as a mustard seed, I've said this many times before, as long as you are maintaining that, there's something about this finally coming in or inspiring you again to choose to do something different. It's like you're sick of the way things have been, and so you're doing whatever's within your control to change it. And you're very supported by the divine in doing so, so that you know. There's a lot of protection energy, okay? Yeah, you've been forced into a lot of reflection. You've been forced in kind of holding a mirror to yourself and deciding again, like, is this what I'm happy with? Is this who I want to be? Is this like the best that I think I can do, or the best that I think my life can be? And like actually facing those fears, facing that reflection, and then again making decisions based on who it is you're trying to embody, what life it is you're trying to call in for yourself, okay? Because I do feel like this collective is destined for happiness, okay? There's calm waters here, it's talking about like that stormy kind of tumultuous energy that was coming through in the beginning. Here's the sunshine, okay? Peeking through the clouds. You've gone through so much of a journey of battling this every step of the way, having to fulfill every single cup as things were falling away, as things were being taken away from you. You are doing this. You are calling in this fulfillment, this abundance, this total happiness. Again, the sunshine peeking through the clouds. So if you are in this dark space, trust that it is temporary. Believe in yourself and hold yourself through this, and know that it can clear. The energy is clearing. Again, just love on yourself, believe in yourself, believe in your possibilities, believe in your capabilities, and believe that the divine is actually going to come through for you, because you have been making choices in alignment to the reality that you are calling in. Sending you so much love.